On the glossary side, I want to just touch on words like threat, exploit, and vulnerability, which are sometimes used interchangeably. But as the security advisor, the security expert, you should always endeavor to use the precise term so that when your customer hears what you're saying, it's consistent, but also so that they can understand, so they can be informed when they're seeing needs, right? They can associate those needs with what your value offering is. So when we talk about a threat, while again, sometimes people use these terms interchangeable, we're talking about the actor that creates a loss. So this could be evil dorm room hacker. This could be the Lazarus group in North Korea. This could be lightning burning down a building. Or in the case of something that happened at a famous EDR vendor this week, a human error, right? So that's the threat. Exploit is the action that threat actor uses. So it's the tool, it's the pathway that they take to impact that loss. Vulnerability is that place in your security architecture that the exploit can pass through. Now, I think that we've all heard these terms before about a vulnerability as a weakness in software. An exploit is sometimes thought of as a piece of code, right, that inserts like a key into a lock into a vulnerability. But more generally, it really is a verb. Those exploits, it's the act of getting into that vulnerability. It's not always a piece of code, right? So I can exploit my file cabinet, with a pair of lockpicks, right? Um, and then, of course, the asset and the loss. And I think sometimes, particularly people in financial services, don't always understand what we're talking about when we say the word asset. But we're talking about anything of value in the information architecture of a customer organization, which frequently is things like laptops and servers and like machines, right? It could be phones. It could be, again, a file cabinet, right? It could be a person, right? And then a loss is usually a monetary amount, oftentimes theoretical, sometimes actual damage that happens to that asset. So that's the vocab 101.